Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very carbonated Pepsi Max Mango. So welcome back to the game, and in the previous episode we were exporting logs, we were exporting energy, we were doing a bit of building and placing a lot of line tiles. Let me just move these lights to a more central location there. And we were doing something else. What was it again? Oh yeah, we're running a prison. So as part of that we have 8 inmates, all legendary and member of gangs. If we go over to the informants tab here, we can see all of them have extremely everything, and well, that was a problem at the start. However, I'm happy to say that so far, at least at this stage in the game, we're not doing too bad at all. Money is good because of, let's say, we've sort of removed that from the equation with all of our exports and and all of that, and we are able to ensure the cooperation of prisoners by via an armed method. We have lots of armed guards and the snipers here who are overwatching, and if at any point the inmates do kick off, we can basically use some range sedation and go through these barred walls, which is why we're running with those rather than something that actually looks good. But yes, overall, pretty happy and it is working. I'm going to do a bit of housekeeping at the start of this episode, and then we're going to get on with some cloning. I'm not going to set that up now because obviously the workers have still got a lot of tiles to place. So a couple of things. Firstly, this remote door, or a couple of remote doors, I'm going to change to actually, not locked open. That was just a remnant for when I needed to repair, and I just haven't got around to changing it. I should point out almost everything I'm going to do here and talk about for the next couple of minutes is all based on previous episodes' comments, so thank you if you've left one of those. Secondly, we have our Gareth Shopland dead prisoner over here, killed by guard with stun baton while trying to escape. There was a great suggestion to go over to extras and to mutators and to the bottom, and we have burn the dead, and basically when someone dies they spontaneously combust. That is true, but it's when someone dies, not if they're already dead. So great idea, sadly not going to work, but I still wanted to touch on that, and I'm certainly not going to keep that on. Another one as well, we currently have a lot of armed guards ensuring the cooperation and adherence to the rules of these inmates, and, well, basically, what's the issue? Well, the snipers, by default, if you've not got free fire on, and you have the non-lethal sniper activated in bureaucracy, or research, should I say, what happens is they fire some non-lethal shots, and it says they can't kill inmates. Now, because we've got free fire on, they can kill inmates. In practice, it normally doesn't happen because these are legendary prisoners and they're just tough, actually extremely tough, all of them, I think. However, there was a great suggestion to go over to deployment and say, I don't know, visitor only, which I should point out is visitor and staff only. You then turn off free fire and then put it on back for staff only, and that means that we still have these staff only areas here where the armed guards will happily shoot into the cells, into the yards and other things, and through these barred walls because they're barred. And that's again another reminder why we are using these as opposed to something that actually looks good. It's just a logistical thing. It's just a thing for practicality. But anyway, I digress. We have the now staff-only areas are still around here, and then the visitor-only areas, which means the snipers should only fire non-lethal shots. However, saying all of that, I'm still going to keep that as staff-only, and then change the free fire back to all sectors because of a couple of reasons. Firstly, it didn't seem to do a thing, because what tends to happen is the sniper and the armed guard tend to basically fire in sequence, and because of that, it's normally one person will sedate them and the other one will end up taking them out, or the other way around. Basically, because they were firing simultaneously, it was still having the same effect, even though we changed this one. And secondly, and the main reason, is because these are still set to access, they're all shared, anyone can go here. It means that the armed guards will happily fire when they're outside of the cells, but if they have to go in to engage with an inmate, as soon as they go into this area, they will not use their gun, and I was losing so many armed guards, so I'm not going to do that. Another deployment thing we're going to talk about is access only, and if we change these to access only, the guards should move out, right? Yes, they should. Do they? No. I don't know why. It just seems to be a thing that the guards overrule the sort of access-only thing, and they really want to just congregate around the yards. So again, someone suggested having all of these as access-only. The guards will walk off. Didn't seem to work in practice, but again, good idea. And another one that we're going to implement is, let's go over to intelligence and to gangs, and I'm going to find where the gang leaders are. So here is one gang leader. So this is prisoner James Page, and they're now going to be set to a minimum security. Why is that? Well, that's because we can then change these to minimum security like that, and it also means that if we go over to, say, here, our policy, and to minimum security, we're going to match that with Supermax, and I can then actually say for this none if they do anything, which means that they should never be punished as a gang leader, which means the prisoners should not kick off. Will that work in practice? I have no idea, but I'm going to try it because it is a great suggestion. So we're just going to have to go through and set up the same thing. We only have obviously 3 gang leaders. You can only have 3 for each of the gangs: Jackals, Vipers, and can't remember the other one. Vipers, Bonebreakers. That's it. Yeah. So okay. So that is 1 there. This is not a gang leader. This person is a gang leader, so this is King, and they are now a medium security. I'm going to pause it. I find it quite ironic that we are changing some of the deadliest prisoners in the game to a lower category than the other ones, but it's just how we're setting this up. This is going to be medium sec, so there we go. And again, we're going to go over to this one, and then we're going to match with a minimum security, so there we go. We're still going to search the cells and them, because I think that's a decent option. But yes, let's go back and over to gangs. And do we have the other leader? Yes, we do. This is the is it the Vipers? Or anyway, let's change them to maximum security. Once again, pausing it. Go to max sec, and then there we go. And that's another reason why I'm not sort of doing the whole micromanaging thing with with the armed guards and such. And that is medium. Hang on, am I missing something? Oh no, of course, minimum. There we go. So these are all set, and it means that they're probably going to kick off more because they're not going to be punished. So we'll have to see what happens there. And speaking of punishments, and there's a couple of things I want to do in terms of these here. I'm going to remove the TVs, and all I'm doing is I'm just rotating them around to look down, because they will then cover that chair, which means technically, even though they're going to get a really poor posture, they'll have a really poor posture and a bad neck by turning 90 degrees to look at this TV, at least they can sit there and look at the TV. It's a minor thing, because in reality, there's other ways they can basically look after that entertainment need, but we might as well set that up. Speaking of that, let's go for a warden statue, because it increases suppression by a small amount. And I'm going to put a warden statue in each of the cells, which, yeah, this should be interesting. And we're going to also place one in the yard as well. So there is all of the warden statues, and there we go. Also, while we're at it, we're going to go over to chairs, I think, and I'm just going to place a chair in here. People said put like couches and stuff for the doggos. That'd be quite cute. But I think just one chair back there. Basically, something that's not really upholstered, I think, is most likely the way forward. Anyway, so I think that covers a lot of people's suggestions there. So I think we are ready to crack on with some building. I'm going to say, do I want some more workers? I don't know if I need any more workers. They're cracking on with all of the building and placing of these tiles, so that's fine. So what I want to do is go over to quick build, custom, cloning, and I'm going to clone, I'm going to clone that. I'm going to pause the game because a water pipe has burst. That's an event there. Let me just go and fix that. There we go, and then we'll prioritize that as well. Job done. Okay, so what do we need to do? Well, that's getting prioritized, and it is now fixed. There we go. Bit of a water leak, but not too much of an issue there. And do we want to run any more? Oh, we've got this guy, Prisoner Moore, who is not kicking off anymore. Excellent. Yeah, that's still set to move, so that is now fine. Okay, good. Right, so over to our programs here, and we've got gang rehabilitation unscheduled because of how we've set up some of the regime here. Can we change this back? Give prisoners more free time. At least 6 hours a day. I can't change that back at this stage. Anyway, quick build and custom and cloning, and it's got that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate that and then flip it. And then it should go there. It will be placing some some things that I think it's going to get wrong, but we'll give it a go. Also, apparently, there's a couple of things that I've missed in some of these areas, so I'm just going to go through just to make sure that everything is set correctly. We have cushions, we have pet birds, we've got a damaged gym mat and things like that. Seems to be correct. Hang on, that's not where I said the warden statue. Dismantle. I think I must have clicked and dragged across or something like that. Anyway, that's fine. There we go. So these canvas and paints. Some canvas and paints that haven't been cloned. So paints, and we'll obviously have to put them in the other place as well. So let's just place all of those in. I think it's only the 4. Yep, there we go. And I think that is about right. Just looking down here, maybe the plant is missing. No, the plant has been cloned, and we're fine there. Okay, over to utilities and wiring, and I just want to double check the phone tap, which is, there we go, 1, 2, 3, and misclicked 4. That's now set. All of the other stuff should be set as well. So we're just going to max speed this out and let the game crack on. So there is some prisoners are being a bit upset. That's prisoner Page there who's kicked off, and yeah, they've kicked off. They've been basically put back to bed. Put them to bed, took them in, and because they're not being punished, the danger level is not increasing. Excuse me. So there we go. That is pretty much all right. I'm tempted for this here to put the line tiles in first, just for speed, because obviously the workers will walk faster on it. I'll let them crack on with this first and see how we get on with that building, although I'm very aware that a lot of their time is spent on basically removing trees. Yes, I'm gonna just probably get a couple more workers. Let me get the same amount of workers as we have guards, and that is just a sort of indication of what's going on here. I'm also going to go to deployment and to patrols, and I'm going to set up a magenta patrol. I don't need to do this. I'm going to acknowledge that now, that I really don't need to do this, but just for the sake of having some dog patrol around here, I'm going to do that. Now, if it happens that the prisoners kick off and then the dog handlers go in there and the dogs get taken out, I will reverse that decision and change that up. Oh, actually, there's another thing as well. Barbed wire. Spiky attachment to help walls look more imposing and, yes, insecure. We can place barbed wire on these electrical areas. Are we going to do that? I'm just going to see. I don't know if it's going to make any difference whatsoever, but, well, it just seems to be fitting. We've got electrified barbed wire now, is what I'm hearing, which is, yeah, a thing. It's also going to be very expensive to do this, just for the small amount, but we might as well do it. And it's not going to not work. I mean, it should hopefully improve the design and the security of the facility, but we'll see what happens. So, danger level is going up, mainly because one prisoner's been unnecessarily searched, apparently. Mua has put their hands up after giving up, back to bed. And needs-wise, there's a little bit of a drug need there. We could do rehabilitation once this more free time thing is finished. And, I was going to say, why are we getting another inmate? It's because this is actually being built. Oh, that's actually a nice surprise. Okay, well, over to water and small pipe, and the small pipe will run in like that. As for electrical, we're going to have the warden call. Prisoners' demands free time have been indulged for too long. Good, good, good. Let me go ahead, and it's going to be work free time, and then for the programs, it's reschedule all. And there you go. So we don't need to do guard taser. We are still doing disarming certification. We're on 90% of that one. Fire safety training. I might as well run it. You know, there's no reason why we can't. We have pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, which I can start. We've got flower therapy, animal therapy, conflict resolution, 3 strikes training, loads of stuff here. Faith program, breathe therapy, and fight club, actually. I mean, I've set this up. I don't think it's going to do a single thing because they're never going to leave here, but whatever. I'll keep it on for a day or so and see how we get on with that one. We can see lots of stuff being brought in here. Mainly, if we're honest with each other, trees. how we're getting on over this part here. We're still waiting for the installation of some of these. Yeah, some of these because they can't get in. Is that, oh yeah, set up. Barbed wall and that, yeah. That's fine. And, oh, they are somewhat unconscious. Paul Shopland getting healed up there. So, it is, I'm happy to say, at that point where I really don't need to micromanage this anymore. It just sort of works, which is good. I'm just going to get some more armed guards, some more snipers, and sniper tower. Oh, it's not. It's not. It's just called a guard tower. I always call it a sniper tower, but I'm going to put a sniper tower there. I'm not sure if I want the ones in the corner because it just means we have to have a lot more staff. I guess because of doing all that, I can go for guard taser certification now, and hopefully we'll have at least this grant done, the advanced protection, which we shall see. How are we doing for building here? We're doing not well at all. Lock open, lock open, lock open. Alright. So just waiting for the rest of it to be installed. I guess I can go to wiring now and to connections, and it is this one. So it's 1, 2, 3. Also, it is that and that. Is that how it's set up? It is indeed. And to the phone tap. The phone tap's in. And then we have to go for electrical. And I guess we'll run this similar to how we've done this one, which was up the middle, like that, wasn't it? Then it was around to power that, and I guess we can just go down there. Then it was that one to power this, but there's still some stuff missing. I'm just going to wait for this to be finished. Oh, the guards like congregating around there now. Apparently they've got a new place to be. Brilliant. So what's missing from here? There's prisoner Boyer in there. Are they a gang member? Yep, they're part of the Bone Breakers. Apparently installed bookshelf. It's there. The guys just haven't got around to doing it yet. So we want a couple of things. That's been built now, apparently. I'm just going to pause the game while I go back and do a couple of additions. So it was a statue, because the statue doesn't clone. So the statue was... Oh, no, it does clone. It just, I hadn't apparently placed it in this one. You know, the one that I actually cloned? Didn't place it. Actually, was it there? It was... above that birdcage and down on that one. That was a ridiculous decision. There we go, that's fine. We also want a... let's see now. It was a painting, wasn't it? Canvas and paints, which I think I placed in here. Yes. This needs to face the other way. And I think that's about right. Unless it's... Whoa. Well, that guy, Paul Shopland, was trying to escape. And, yeah. Killed by a guard with a stun baton. And the guard was also sadly taken out. Anyway. Oh, there's Prisoner King as well. And there you go. Knocked unconscious and then healed up by our very well-trained staff members. Barbed wire again. So, barbed wire. And it's going to be along here, up here, and then across, like that. What else are we missing? We do have a PA system in all of these areas, but I bet it's not cloned that either. It has not. And that is in, I think it might be in here, PA system. Or is it in utilities? I do get confused. It's in there. So, not there. It is there. I think that's right. In between the punch bag? Yes, it is. All right, job done. So, that's now set. Right, well, what I'm going to do is go over to some flooring here and going to place some of the lined tiles in here. I'm going to place all the lined tiles for the most part, I think. Let's just place these in and try and keep it unpaused so we're actually cracking on with the building here. And what I'll do is I'll place in the lined tiles just around the top and bottom. But I'll when I do cloning, I'll do the other ones. I'll put those in after, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'll do basically. I'll clone this bit here simply because it'll allow me to just copy and paste. It's just a bit easy. It's just a bit easier, isn't it? Oh, I think I might have messed that one up there. Let me redo that. So I'm not doing this side. That's not happening because that'll be part of the cloning. So let's continue with this. And it means quicker access when they're doing building. And the top bits, like that. And I think that'll be it pretty much set. Obviously we need to do the internal corner pieces, like this. And it's strange, I'm not even looking at the money. We're at that stage where we've got money to build this, as opposed to the start of the series where we had enough money to fail. And now what? Doesn't the CEO know that I'm placing tiles? Board decided to experiment with a number of cost-saving measures and reduce meal quantity and variety. Oh, look, we've had that one. I think that's definitely... Is it low and low? Yeah. It's definitely been... We've had it once and twice. I think we've had it twice, actually. Yeah. Anyway, so that is now set, I think. Utilities, I'm going to put that in there and sell that one. And there's been an escape. Oh, has this guy just literally walked out here? Yes, yes they have. Right, patrols, and I'm actually going to set up some armed patrols. That is a bit of a reminder to, yeah, get this done, like that. And I'll go for a magenta patrol, which is going to go along and down and across, and then back up again, and that's going to be a dog handler, like that. And there we go. Do I have enough staff for all of this? I do now. I'm going to get another couple of cooks. And I'm also going to go to Grants and get rid of the bank loan because we are maxed out on that one. Good. And, oh, apparently the water's still not done. Oh, yeah, okay, they just sort of give up on that, did they? Right, no problem. So I think this is pretty much set up correctly now. Yes. So, quick build, custom, cloning. I'm going to select this and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see how much that clones, whether it be successfully or not. Danger level is going up. I think it's 14 armed guards in service. So that might just get that danger level to that point. More armed guards, more danger level. 7 prisoners say they're well treated though. Danger level is still saying low, so that's fine. So we're going to go over to some ranks here, and we're going to set up some ranks. As the joke goes, we're ranking up the people that are just standing at a console. Yep, that's exactly what's happening here. Let's do that. And let's go here, and oh, there's a grant completion. So that'll have been for disarming certification. Excellent. Okay, so we've got other things like reform prisoners after release, restaurant service, bakery, basic farming. None of that we're going to do. Ex-gang member protection program, reform through education initiative, manufacturing. I mean, it's going to be ex-gang member protection program. Let's see if we can get on with that one. See how we fare. Danger level is flying up, which is I'm guessing because of the food as well, we'll have a food issue now. Yeah, there is a bit of a food issue. Okay, but it is lock up now, and... Oh no, they've just had food. If we look at Polar Regime, yeah, they're eating now. And there's a lot of money being spent on... Well, all of this. We've had a death, and it is Mark Frost. Okay. Just going to double check our gangs. Gang member, gang member, gang member. And we can see that is medium. Sorry, it's low, medium, and then high. And a tunnel found there. Yeah, I'm going to say that's a false flag there. So ex-gang member protection program. Build cells in a protected only area. Build canteen in a protected only sector. Yeah. We might go ahead and attempt that. Now that I know that we're definitely not going to fail. I'm not saying we're... Sorry, I'll rephrase that. It's not 100% that we fail anymore. I'll still put it about 50-50. Yes, we're at a point now where I'm happy with how things are running. But obviously it's still a fair lot to do. But we are getting there. We are getting there. This one here, no prisoners assigned. I mean, they can be assigned. It is set correctly. Good idea with the solitary, just in practice doesn't necessarily work. How are the workers? I think the workers are spending most of their time on chopping down trees. Oh, there's got a lot of door servos here. I'm also hearing a lot of shotgun. Is that face in game? Yes. Alec Rainbow Dash Walker, who's been taken to here, the infirmary, to heal up. And there's disarming certification as well. This is how you... This is how you use a gun at first. This is how you use a baton. And this is how you eat your food. Yep, that's a thing. Anyway, install remote door. A lot of these are set here. We need to see if there's any doors we need to lock open. For now. Remote door, lock open, lock open, lock open. Because none of them are wired in. So they're installing the remote door. These ones still to be installed. I'll just wait for them to crack on with that. And lock that open. And I hopefully will not forget to change it. This one I haven't now. There we go. That's done. Alright, the utilities and wiring. Just going to double check the connections on this one. And it's the door control system, which is one... Oh. The rest of it hasn't really been installed, truth be told. Actually, some of it has. Yeah, the guys are on top of it. There was loads on the back of a truck earlier, so I'm sure they'll get to it. I'll go ahead and do that one. And my pressure pad is still to be installed. I don't know whether I need to come back and alter this, because at the moment this door has got a lot of triggers on it. It might be worth... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna redo this. I'm gonna redo that one, I think, because there's just too much on that. Load-wise, there's too much on that one. I'll still wire these up, but I think we'll put in another door control system. Where can I place it? I can place it down there. Door control system can go in here, and that can do all of these doors. I think that's the way forward, isn't it? And these are locked open anyway, so they can still get access to all of this. That's the plan anyway. Okay, well, I'm going to have to leave it there for now. Cutting a little bit short, but needs must, unfortunately. So, yes, overall happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional cells, and all of the tiles to support that. Next episode, we will literally finish this off, get the additional cells, wire it all in, set up the security stuff, and that sort of thing. And yeah, I'll also need to put in the advanced searchlights and more patrols, and then we'll basically have a bit of a management episode, look to see what we can do, see what we can do for reform, etc. And then we'll have to look at expansion. Interesting times. Either way, we're going to leave it there. Hope you have enjoyed the episode, and as always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.